scenario too, because the Patriots are without question the best team in the AFC, but they still didn't dominate the conference. Meanwhile, Seattle, after the slow start, they have rattled off so many wins. Their worst game was against the Rams, a team in which they blew out by 14 points this last week. They dominated all the competition, and I think this will continue in the postseason, guys.
If the Patriots, sorry, you continue.
Oh, I was just going to say that I think Seattle could very easily be a potential dynasty if they take care of things in the free agency department. It's very easy for guys to get greedy. I think a guy by the name of Russell Wilson will not be a man that leads that charge.
But
I think
wait, go ahead.
The Patriots, whether they're winning or losing the Super Bowl, very impressive in the Tom Brady era. 5 Super Bowl appearances. I mean,
yeah. Should be 6.
Should be 6. I mean, well, he was in that 6-1 quote unquote because Bledsoe got injured that season when they played the Rams.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, 6 Super Bowls. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, not even a lot of these franchises can't even say they've been to the Super Bowl. But 6 in how many years? Like,
it's once every 2.5 years Brady's in the Super Bowl. That's amazing.
He's like, keep the seat warm for me. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's true.
I think New England has that championship formula like they had in 01 and 04 in that dynasty run. It's not impressive, but they get the job done like in those big moments. I think when we looked at 07, they didn't have that mental grit, that great running game, but I think now they have that. They have that physical and mental toughness where they can run the football and play great defense when Brady may not be rolling at times.
This is a very interesting point, and I saw it on the NFL Network. The New England Patriots, okay, you talk about dominance in a conference. The Patriots have clinched a first-round bye, which means that you're the best in the conference each of the last 6 years.
Yeah.
It's been 6 straight years that they have clinched a first-round bye. That is amazing. So to say that they're not only the best this year in the AFC, they are the best in the conference for over a half-decade. That's just amazing, and I think it's all led by your former alma mater quarterback.
Yes, former Sarah Padre indeed, and also went to Michigan. Michigan has had a lot of great quarterbacks come out of that
None
system.
recently.
None recently, but
None since Brady, I don't think.
I think since Brady, Brady's been the only last great quarterback to come out of there. But I'd like to make a point. Let's remember what the Patriots went through last year. Let's remember Aaron Hernandez going to jail.
Oh, don't remind me.
Gronkowski getting injured. You have Julian Edelman, who is a native from Northern California, went to Woodside High School, went to CSM. He was a quarterback. Thought those last couple of years. Then they're like, hey, go out there and play wide receiver. And he did it with Tom freaking Brady. Jeez. Amazing of how Tom Brady can get it done. And by the way, Cameron, you know this. Who's the tight end that's been coming up huge this season? Not Gronk, but Tim Wright.
Tim Wright.
I'm loving Tim Wright.
That is amazing.
I'm loving Tim Wright this year. He's catching touchdowns. I think he's the guy that they just throw to in the end zone because he's like the underdog in that end zone. No one really knows
Red zone target.
who he is. Yeah, and that's what I like about the Patriots. But what they did last season was unbelievable.
Actually, we have breaking news to
they
come
make
out of
it?
the New England office.
Oh,
And
here we go.
You guys will hear it as soon as I tell it. In a deal turned in the NFL office Monday, Tom Brady restructured his contract. He's giving $24 million back to the New England Patriots through restructuring his contract that keeps him around for the next couple of years. They didn't talk about how long it is, but Brady says he changed $24 million back to the New England Patriots. And you got to believe that this man, he may, over the next couple of years, his contract may be a matter of pennies. I mean, he already restructured it once.
What this means for the Patriots is they're only going to get better.
Yeah.
If Tom Brady can make a bunch of scrub receivers into top guys you can catch.
Actually, here's another thing. His deal now means that he could be released without any extra strings attached to the organization. Would he at any point in time be released from the Patriots?
No,
I don't know.
No,
The
no
Patriots,
way.
the Patriots. This is their franchise quarterback. They would not let him go.
Yeah.
They can present the Patriots with a team full of all-stars, the best of the best receivers, the best running backs. And the Patriots said, Well, who needs that? We have Tom Brady. He makes everyone around him an all-star.
And they just have so many smart guys. They may not be the fastest, they may not be the strongest. It's kind of when we talked about Oakland. Like, Oakland always goes for speed, but New England goes after
awareness, smart, IQ, all that.
And that's the difference. I mean, if you have a great coach in Belichick and Brady, I'm just so proud that he's willing to give up and sacrifice, because this guy wants to win just as bad as anybody else. And
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And you gotta love what Tom Brady has done in New England. I mean, this guy has overcame so many obstacles in his life. He got drafted, what is it, sixth round.
Yeah, sixth.
And it was tough. If you watched his interview, he talked about how he said, I might as well just go back out and play baseball again, get a mitt out there and try to get a baseball deal there. But nope, he stuck with football and kept it the rest of his life. And since being a high school guy, a lot of people said Brady was a better baseball player than football player.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That was interesting. And Brady almost went in to play baseball, but Michigan offered him a deal he just couldn't refuse. So he went there.
What's amazing as well, you talk about baseball player. Well, this man in any scenario could be great. I am surprised how many times he's been so good in the fourth quarter. This man, he's played 207 games, 43 game-winning drives. One every 5 games, he's leading a comeback to win the football game. Amazing job by Tom Brady.
And yeah, I love Tom Brady. I mean, this is my favorite quarterback, dude. This is the man. I mean, he is blessed at Sarah High School. I mean, he's probably one of the nicest guys too. If you ever heard him talk at
I don't know
Sarah
him
High.
on a personal level.
At a personal level, he's really, really a nice guy.
But we don't know. We've never spent 24 hours with him. So I mean,
I talked to him though. I got to say hi when I met him.
I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy.
But he tries to stay away from media, and I get why, because his wife, Giselle. Like, it's hard because he has a wife that's a model too. Like, they're both celebrities. And when you're both celebrities,
the model
it's really
being
hard.
that high and prestigious kind of puts him on his own. She has an opportunity to put him down every now and then.
Yeah, but I just
puts him in his
place.
I think
sometimes we jump.
What's
to
amazing
conclusions.
is Giselle might make more money than Tom Brady by this one.
Yeah, but people always jump to
I might. God, he's getting nothing. Go ahead.
People always jump to conclusions saying this athlete is great, that athlete's great, but we don't know. And I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. And I think once we start saying that, oh, this athlete is a great person, and then they do something bad, all of a sudden there's a huge uproar. Look at what happened to Ray Rice. Look at what happened to Peterson. Everybody's like, oh, Peterson's a great human being, and then look what happened. I mean, I think we should be careful.
I think if you're going to be that good at a sport, you're flawed in some areas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think maybe even best quarterback of all time,
Montana
1, Brady 2.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't think Brady's better than Montana?
No.
If he wins the Super Bowl, everybody's saying.
If he wins the Super Bowl this year,
because Montana's 4-0 in Super Bowls. Brady, the best he could be right now is 4-2.
Well, but he got to 6 though.
Yeah, but he lost 2.
And
one of them was a lucky
but we don't
play.
consider LeBron.
Wait. I want to talk about the LeBron one too.
No,
Go ahead.
let me say mine.
But I will say this: the AFC far less competitive over the last 10 years. I mean, shoot, look at their division the last 10 years. The AFC far less competitive than the NFC in the 80s when you had the Bears in the 80s. Mm-hmm. The Steelers were still good in the 80s under Stallworth and Bradshaw. But go ahead.
This becomes like a LeBron and Jordan debate. But the thing is, Jordan, of course, had his All-Stars. Montana had Jerry Rice. Let's remember that.
Yeah.
So, if Brady wins this year, I'll consider that. Just because he has guys who they found off the street who are homeless one day and were catching balls for them.
Or in the hospital like Gronkowski.
Brady is... Like, these guys should be blindfolded, running with their hands in the air, and Brady would somehow put the ball in their hand for a touchdown. He's doing magical things with these. And I just looked at an article. He's like, there's no magic ingredient to how the offense turned around. It's just Brady being Brady, you know.
Yeah. But what was the LeBron point you're gonna make?
Well, obviously they're gonna compare LeBron. They're always at times, both in the NBA and the NFL. They're always trying to compare stars. Who's better? Who's not?
But like, I've never, to be honest, this is just a basketball point, real quick. I never really considered Jordan the greatest. What? Because if you think about it, we've never seen Russell, we've never seen Chamberlain, we've never seen Oscar Robertson. So how do we will never know.
So it's Larry Bird.
I mean, keep on forgetting. We also forget
I
that
love
Phil
Larry.
Jackson coached him.
Yeah.
Greatest basketball coach.
LeBron, I mean, Spoelstra, good but not elite, and then
Kobe has never won a championship. He's never been to the finals without Jackson.
Yes.
He has never even gotten close, not even tasted it.
Yes.
That's how. And then everyone's like, "Oh, Kobe can't do it without Shaq." No, it's not Shaq.
It's Phil.
It's Phil.
It's a Zen master.
Do you think Jordan could have made it to the finals without the Zen master? That's a very big point to think about.
He didn't with Doug Collins. They struggled. I mean.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what? The best player in the NBA is Larry freaking Bird.
I mean, that's a good point.
I love Larry
just
Bird.
As good as any,
I'm gonna be biased. I love Larry
Honestly,
Bird. He looks like he looks.
I don't know about you guys. I take a look at the numbers here for Joe Montana, and personally, I'm more impressed with Tom Brady. Montana, 273 TDs, 139 picks. That is, I'm trying to do the numbers. That is 70 more picks than Brady, and that is over 100 less touchdowns than Brady.
That's always the thing.
Of course, the era is not the same. So how many touchdowns do you give that? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a good point too. But the thing I've always been more impressed with between Brady, Manning, and Montana is and Favre too. People consider Favre one of the best. I think Brady's the least when it comes to being turnover prone.
Yeah,
he's
of course.
always safe with the football, and you have to respect that. I mean, he gives you a chance to win every single game. I think with Manning and Favre, they can get out of control a little bit.
They're not even in contention of the top two spots of quarterbacks. And I personally, I wouldn't be surprised to just put Brady as the number one quarterback ever. He's just been that
that's
good.
what I think, yeah.
I mean, coming from San Francisco 49ers, I love Joe Montana. I love Steve Young. I mean, to be honest, San Francisco probably has some of the best quarterbacks of all time, but Tom Brady is really proving himself time and time again. And if he's going to stay for the next couple of years, that's more chances for him to win Super Bowls. Period. I mean, if he stays, I think if he wins it this year, stays for 3 or 4 more years, I think he's got a 1 in 4 chance of winning another one. So I think that's gonna be 5 Super Bowls. One, I think Tom Brady is going to be considered the best quarterback of all time. And when he is, he's going to be coming back to Sarah High School and giving that nice speech.
And then he's going to give you an interview on here, and we're going to get millions of listeners.
I got an interview with Lynn Swan that came to Sarah High School and got his autograph, and his autograph had HOF in his Hall of Fame class. So you have to give credit where credit's due, and I got the job done getting the Lynn Swan interview, and I will get it done with Tom Brady. Hopefully, maybe I'm like in my 20s or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope I get to go back, because I will go back to Sarah and I will go watch his speech. No matter what, I might be in some random place. I'll be like, Mom and Dad, is Tom Brady speaking over there? And they'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, I'm coming down. I'm going to go down there, go get an interview with Tom Brady. But, by the way, the dream place I want to go for football is Foxborough. I've never been.
I've been there.
Have you been there?
I've been to Foxborough.
What do you think of it personally? I want to hear it.
It's amazing. I've never seen because I've been to Chargers games and fans show up 30 minutes after going from the beach to the game. They just show up 30 minutes before. But New England fans, they were there 6 or 7 hours before kickoff in the parking lot, and it was almost full. Throwing footballs around, enjoying themselves, having fun. There's such a football culture there that I don't think you can't replicate that anywhere else except maybe Lambeau, Green Bay. I think the New England football culture is a pretty amazing thing to see. If anybody gets a chance, I suggest you go to see a Patriots game.
My aunt and uncle live in Rhode Island. They just moved there.
Yeah.
And I'm going there this summer, actually. I'm going to hit up Miles Walker and Jacob Seuss. I'm hoping. Shout out to those 2 guys Miles being on earlier. But I'm going to go see a Yankees game. I'm going to go see a Red Sox game. I really want to see the Boston Bruins, too. I really just...
Nobody wants to see those.
Whoa. Is
it just all NFL now?
No, I want to I want to go to every stadium. Like, my goal is, by the time I die, go to every MLB stadium, go to every hockey, try to go to every hockey arena.
Stadium.
Even if I can just go tour it, I don't care. I just want to go and see every
But
stadium.
my favorite is Qualcomm. You love Qualcomm.
Yeah. Robert, you better hurry up and get to Qualcomm before that dump falls apart.
You know what I mean? I gotta say, guys,
that thing's 50 years old and it looks like it's 1,000 years old.
I'm sorry I listened to your guys' conversation. I was gone and I put my phone on mute, and you guys were talking about who could be what in their future. And I remember you said I could be a Sharks hockey announcer.
Yeah.
You remember you guys said that? Yeah, I listened into it. You guys thought I was gone. I really wanted to see what you guys would say, and you guys said Sharky Hawks